Welcome, Armchair Generals, Weekend Warriors, and Saturday Soldiers alike. This is Ostentatiousness, and welcome to my welcome to my World in Conflict Let's Play. Yep, I'm smart. So I'm not going to continue with the campaign today. I'm actually going to redo the battle for Pine Valley, using the Zerg Rush tactics. And the point of divergence will be when Sawyer tells you to ignore the beach and go through the forest. I will be ignoring the forest and going through the beach. It will be fun. Sure, you guys don't want to see the loading screens.
By blowing the highway bridge, we actually managed to slow the Russians down. For a while. The colonel led us south and we met little resistance along the way, but Bannon and Charlie Company kept lagging behind. Bannon blamed the mud, but I think he was secretly hoping to get away from the colonel. Eventually, we reached the
small town. So if you guys just heard me tapping on my desk, I'm kind of in a hurry to get this one recorded.
There and wait for reinforcements, but first, we had to retake the town from the airborne forces that had gotten there ahead of us. Most of the men hadn't slept for 2 or 3 days, and the colonel only allowed a...
And now to Zerg Rush.
You have your orders, Parker.
So 5 armored personnel carriers with the points I could get.
And Parker,
they really undervalue how useful these things are.
Bannon here. We're closing in on the supermarket and we've only met light resistance so far. This is going to be a cakewalk. Be careful, Captain. They might have ambushes set up along your axis of attack. I have been in battle before, you know.
Crap! There they are! Gunner! Rotating fire! Yeah, I've played this mission a lot. This is actually the demo mission. This is where I learned to Zerg Rush on this game.
Enemy targeted.
So as you can see, I kind of just pummeled that thing. And apparently I didn't kill the Soviet sniper.
Eagle 6, this is Bannon. We're facing heavy resistance at the supermarket. Need support, over. I have no more support to give you, Bannon. Push harder.
I love the reload speed on these tow missiles. I mean, it's just wonderful how fast.
The air cav of the Oregon Guard are offering us some support, Parker. They'll use their helicopters to fly in reinforcements if you need them. Call them on the fire support channel. They have a squadron of Sheridan light tanks they can bring in, but they only have 5 of those babies at the depot, and then you'll have to make do with what you've got. Understood? You do honor to Private Urus, Parker. Carry on.
Apparently I did kill the sniper. And why did those tows miss?
Fire that tow! Bradley returning fire at us, firing at hostile. Heading to coordinates. Gonna take that perimeter.
What is this? This is a... I think that's a BTR. The Russian armored personnel carriers I know are BMPs, so that has to be a BTR. That's a GAZ. I know all this military stuff too well. I'm going to lose one of my armored personnel carriers.
Bradley returning fire at hostile. Roger, will do. Kill confirmed. Fire that tow. Destroy the target.
I do love how they have to turn the entire tank to fire the tow.
Launch that tow. Roger, will do. The perimeter is going to be on. Target defeated. Shoot that target. That tank got us marked. Armored transport joining combat. Enemy
Yep.
down.
We just delivered a tank for you. And fire out.
Kill confirmed. Getting to that
So I'm going to go... Yeah, Sheridan, sorry, have the same thing that the armoured personnel carriers have. They're, in my opinion, not as versatile as the armoured personnel carriers because they don't have the ability to target air targets like, you know, gunships. But they're still extremely effective in a fight.
We'll go. Delivering your Sheridan to your coordinates. And fire out.
Enemy targeted. We need orders. Kill fire. Gonna take that perimeter. Good now, sir. Engage the target.
Now, when they give me some more reinforcement,
Yes, sir.
I I'm going to
Enemy down. Armor transport ready.
I love I can actually see the airdrop light tank rock up. That's very nice touch. I do love so much about this
Tank you ordered is deployed and ready. Empire out.
game though.
Friendly APC here.
Well done, Parker. We expect Ivan to counterattack towards you any minute now. Make sure you fortify your position.
Come on, my deployment zone. Yes.
Parker,
And they give me enough
hold your
points
ground.
for a
We'll
Humvee.
continue the attack as soon as Bannon's company is broken through.
Eagle 6, this is Bannon. The supermarket has been secured.
Roger that, Bannon. Continue the attack along the western flank. Webb's company is
These
still in support.
tanks are so overpowered.
Friendly returning fire at hostile.
And I mean, to be fair,
Parker, I want you to clear and secure 3 strong points near the town center. We're pushing the enemy back. Eagle 6 out.
We're gonna have to move faster, Colonel. I just got word from my scouts that the Soviet main force isn't far out.
Damn it. We have to clear the town before they get here, or we'll be caught in the vice. Get to it, Parker. Use all available means to destroy those strong points. And make sure you kill all mobile defenders before you take on any fortifications, Parker. Otherwise, you'll have a hard time destroying them.
I think I lost one of my tanks.
Target overrun. Get that missile locked.
Get left! Starting with the patch them up. ATGM, start patching them up, sir.
Really should be deploying more.
Under attack. We're supporting the troops. Engage the target.
I'm so glad that most of the enemy units don't actually use their special abilities. Because as I've proved, if I can missile medium tanks with these things,
Yeah, we're here. Get repairing them. Get mechanic. Engage. Repairing them now.
Armor transport ready. Launch that tow. Yeah, got it. Fire that tow. Launch that tow. Get that missile locked now. Hostile target defeated.
Copy that. Bringing in
Those
there.
tracks. Going to push it, sir.
First strong point cleared. 2 remaining.
Start patching them up, sir.
Friendly here, sir. Kill confirmed. Engage the target.
you get an achievement for clearing them faster, I think. No, I think you fail the mission if you don't clear them in time.
Friendly returning fire at hostile. Firing at hostile target.
This is Empire. The light tank is on the ground.
APC here, sir. Tracks are moving. Roger, got it. Fire that missile lock.
Things are getting, we're getting, repair, we're getting, repairs now.
Fire that tow. Fire that missile lock. Armor transport.
Yeah, that one was inevitable.
We're under attack.
You gotta take out these anti-tank emplacements, they're real meat. As one would hope, they're extremely bad.
Parker, the air cabs say they only have 1 tank left at the depot. Make sure you put it to good use.
Roger, will do. Armor transport joining combat. Rolling up.
1 strong point remaining, Parker. Bannon, I want a sit rep.
Bannon here. The commies are everywhere, and they're ambushing my tanks with RPGs.
Hold where you are, Bannon.
I lost
Webb will
my
take
Humvee.
over the attack. You copy that, Webb?
Copy, sir. We're moving into the attack now.
That was the last of the Sheridan tanks, Parker. The air cab is needed elsewhere, so you can't call on them any longer. From now on, we're on our own.
Yeah, got it. APC attacking the enemy. Firing at hostile. Get that missile locked now. Hostile target missile locked. Armor transport joining combat.
Yeah, sorry, I've been quiet, guys. The Sheridan tank is very interesting because when they designed the tank, they meant it so that you could
Well done, Parker. Hopefully we'll
fire
have
a
a complete breakthrough
shillelagh
soon.
ATGM out of the gun,
Eagle 6, this is Webb. We've breached the enemy
so
defenses.
you could attack with
Roger
your
that,
short-barreled gun. That was his
Excellent
only
job,
real
everyone.
that was
Ivan
one
is
of the
withdrawing to the
main
south. Keep the
drawbacks.
pressure up and the town will be
You can
ours
attack with a
before long.
short-range gun, And then,
You move fast, Parker. I'm detailing an M1 tank for you.
this tank.
Put it to good use.
Rolling, sir. Driving to coordinates.
Parker, remaining enemy units are using artillery to shield themselves near the TV station. I want you to flank around through the woods on the hill, approach the station from the back, and kill every Russian you encounter. Bannon and Webb will advance along
See,
the
you gotta
beach.
wait till Bannon's men start moving in. See how Bannon has 4 M1 tanks, and they only have medium
Move
and
through the
light
clearing
tanks
near
and
the forest,
these dudes?
Parker.
This is
Stay
where your
away
armored
from the
personnel
beach.
carriers...
Your objective is the TV station, and see if you can get their artillery observer
This
as
is
well.
where armored personnel
Eagle
carriers
6
become
out.
really powerful in this mission because of the fact that they can engage ground targets so efficiently.
Transport ready. Moving as ordered.
And these guys do constantly spawn. So you gotta push to
Eagle
take the
6
beach,
to Bannon.
but
How's your advance going?
you can do it.
We're
I've
bogged
done
down
it
by Soviet infantry.
once,
Over.
I think.
What's your problem, Bannon? You were eager enough in Europe.
Mechanized here.
This is Webb.
Yeah, like I said in the
Request
last video,
permission to
they keep
bypass
referencing
Bannon's
Europe. He did
company
some
and move
real
into
bad
the
shit by
station.
accident there.
That's a negative, Webb. I want you to support Bannon instead. Parker will handle the TV station.
Go to missile, sir.
And as you can see,
Mechanized here.
sheer numbers what really wins this game. I mean, I'll admit I'm kind of cheating because I'm relying on Bannon's men to take the bulk of the enemy's fight, but...
Target acquired.
See, how ludicrous is the reload speed on these ATGMs? I mean, really.
Rolling into combat.
Repair, get busy with the repairs now.
Infantry transport.
Look how big that M1 is. And that's a T-80 tank, the Russian heavy. Watch how useless high explosive anti-tank is against him. See, my Bradleys might not be... Okay, this is the point where I pull back and wait for Bannon to send in some more troops.
We need some more repairing them. Starting with the patching them up, sir.
Launching tow, sir. Armored transport entering combat.
Ready to repair.
Mechanic is starting with the repairs.
Ready.
I know I'm being extremely cautious here, it's just that... I need to get rid of that heavy tank. Everything else, even that anti-tank infantry, is nothing compared to how dangerous that heavy tank is to my men.
Mechanized here. Fuel mechanic is in place, sir. Start repairs.
And as you guys can see, we're actually gaining ground here. I'm not pushing... You know, I'm not, like, trying to steamroll. I'm just trying to thin out the enemy so that Bannon's men can advance and take most of them. I just lost an armored personnel carrier. So I'm going to pull back and have my mechanized repair. Now, because I can just drop my guys in, like, right here, I probably can just risk pulling a defensive line here. What I want to try next is packing a whole lot of infantry into Humvees and trying to bum rush past the actual artillery rounds themselves. So you see where Bannon's men are. Bannon could, if this was a real fight, and Bannon's men, I will admit, both sides wouldn't have probably allowed them to suffer these kinds of losses. But if this was a real fight, Bannon probably would have been given the order to go onto the TV station right now. Simply because because of, look at that, I did absolutely no damage to that thing. Yeah, by virtue of the fact that we are, Bannon's front line is pretty much almost at the end of the beach, we'd be able to completely bypass the, Soviet defenders in the first place. But see how just ludicrously overpowered these things are. I mean, armoured personnel carrier Zerg rush is the way to go. This mission might actually take longer than doing it the way that they tell me to, but I'm just trying to do this to prove a point. The mission might say, avoid Ivan, but you can completely disregard the mission in this one. And so long as you keep those heavy tanks dead, Bannon's men can keep advancing. And also, if you know, pay attention to your own men. And like I've said to my friends, this might also be a commentary on actual warfare these days, because the tank is, you know, from what I've seen, the tank is, they're trying to phase, or some people are trying to phase them out because of how vulnerable they are. And I mean, just look at this. It's seriously, a force of armoured personnel carriers, I think they're like 60 tons or less, has just bludgeoned its way past a force of Soviet tanks. And look, I think all these scorch marks represent where something died. Oh shit, I actually didn't have my other Bradley, and I was wondering why I only had 4 missiles. So as you can see, right now, I can just pull up and sit behind their line if I wanted to. Yeah, you can tell I'm the kind of person that only plays armoured in skirmish mode. Look at this. We've just gone past the beach. And it is at this point when Operation Zerg Rush enters its final stage. I wish these guys had superchargers on their engines.
Parker, Ivan's artillery has gone silent. Now take that TV station.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Operation Zerg Rush.
APC attacking the enemy. We got the missiles ready. Heat loaded. Fall down. Incoming. Target overrun. Fire that missile. Missile locked down. The perimeter go. Give us your orders, mechanic.
And now the crippling... this is why I can never play on some of these missions. Like at the very start of this mission, if you guys watched the last video, you'll notice how much trouble I was having beating this bit. Sorry, not beating this bit. Using armoured personnel carriers and all that to beat back the Soviets. And that's, you know, to no fault of my own. The way that these
well done, Parker.
armoured
The
personnel
TV
carriers
station has been
fight.
secured and only a few Soviet stragglers remain. Commander's briefing at the town square at 1300 hours. We don't have much time. Eagle
Yeah, the
6
way that
out.
these the infantry play is that they're only good when they're in buildings. Well, sorry, they're only really good when they're in buildings. They're pretty good when you've got them in a forest. But you see, that's why I'm going to play skirmishes and learn how to offensively play with infantry.
Ivan is moving fast down the Seattle freeway.
And that's why I was so comfortable with my hybrid strategy of infantry and armoured personnel carriers.
Captain, I want your tanks to bolster the defenses of the gas station. But sir, my tracks are pretty beat. Bannon, you come with me. Look, Captain, I don't care if your tracks are shredded.
I love that look that Webb gives Parker in this.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
Parker, you have the supermarket. The entire northern flank depends on you. Hold the supermarket until relieved. Eagle 6 out.
Vehicle is ready. Ready to rumble, sir. Move to that perimeter.
Yeah, so...
Patching them up.
Bannon here. We're engaging a large number of tanks coming from the northeast. I don't know how long we can hold.
Roger that, Bannon. Eagle 6 to west. I need you to reinforce Bannon's position.
Copy. I'm sending second platoon. Out.
Parker, we just got access to some fire support assets. Call on them when needed.
Yay! So the reason I got that mobile repair vehicle, and it's again, if you guys have actually seen the original part, is I believe it's this heavy tank. It's one of no, it just spawns in. Oh, it's probably a good idea to start using fire.
We're taking a beating here. My tracks are heavily damaged, and we just lost our recovery vehicle.
Copy that, Bannon. I'll see what I can do. Come in, Parker. If you have a spare Humvee, I want you to send it over to Bannon at the gas station ASAP.
Executed. Hunter out.
Unit killed.
That was an armored personnel carrier, I believe. So it was.
Copy that.
Infantry are the biggest pain in the ass for me.
Not a minute too soon, Parker. Your slowness almost cost me another tank.
Well done, Parker. I'm detailing an M1 to you. Make good use of it. Eagle 6 out.
I actually destroyed my armored personnel carrier that was waiting for me to bring forward those pricks.
They bomb strike completed.
Mechanics, let's start those repairs. Alright, mechanics are on the way.
These heavy tanks are bosses in this game.
Parker, Ivan is calling in artillery on your position. Pull back before he zeroes in. I repeat, pull back.
Bannon here. How about those mechanics, Parker? I got a malfunctioning main gun and 2 thrown tracks. But please, don't hurry on our account.
I repaired your
Bannon
tank,
out.
you fucked
Pull
up.
back now, Parker. That artillery is closing in.
So I get it for Bannon being a pussy-faced bitch. Now, as you can see, we've got steamrolled. So I've lost all but one of the tanks. I've actually had one mission, although I was playing on easy. One playthrough when I was on easy on this, and I had all 5 tanks, both of the heavy tanks, and then the rest of the units that I could buy
Parker, I need you to
all
reinforce the
deployed.
southeastern approach.
It was legendary.
Main guns primed and shit rolling, sir. Armor ready. Moving out. We are ready to moving out. Bradley,
Yeah,
rolling, sir.
another reason why I like
Ready
these
to
vehicles is because they can
rumble,
actually repair a lot faster than Humvees
sir.
can.
Right now.
And as you guys can probably tell, I don't have a lot of time to wait right now.
Hold position until further notice, Parker. We're expecting Ivan to attack along the entire perimeter. There might be some help coming, though. The USS Missouri has set course for Pine Valley Bay. We may have her heavy guns here before the day is over.
We may have her heavy guns here.
Copy that.
You're really not filling me with a lot of hope here, Sawyer.
Armor available. Yes, sir. Armor available. Driving to moving is ordered. Armor tree rolling.
I mean, I'll talk a lot of shit about Banner. And, but there actually isn't a main character in this game that I dislike. Even the guy who can be really considered the main bad guy is a very good character. You know, and he does some horrible, horrible things, but I can understand why he does them. That's how well they created all these
My
characters.
men spotted some Soviet mortars setting up near your position.
Bradley APC.
Take them out if you can, Parker, but your main objective is to hold that road. Understood?
Now then, I know exactly where these guys are.
Bomb strike and target area completed. Stoker out. Roger that. I have enemy tanks on my
These
scope.
guys, I don't actually know where they are, so...
You have incoming fire, Lieutenant Parker. You should take out those enemy
Now, I'm not
mortars
going to
ASAP.
claim that I'm, you know, awesome at this game,
Hunter out.
but I do know how to play this mission quite well, because this, like I said, was the tutorial mission. Not the tutorial, the
Good hit, Parker. There can't be many
demo
left.
mission. this just proves the ultimate effectiveness that these guys have over infantry. Infantry, I would never be able to hold this place well. And even with my hybrid strategy, I struggled a bit. But with this strategy, I mean, the only time when the infantry really excelled, far better than the Zerg strategy, I call it the Zerg strategy, but you guys know what I mean, is the, when I was defending the town, you know, normally these guys are bludgeoning their way through my men, but this just wasn't the case. I mean, these guys are so effective right now, I don't even have to use their special abilities. Okay, I killed you. Apparently you don't know how to stay dead, though. And yeah, the reason I burnt this forest is so I could see the infantry that was... Well, I burnt this one for fun, but so I could see the infantry that approached from here. And I have no idea why a Su-25 just dropped what I assume was cluster bomb on...
Pulling back towards the town square!
Negative, Bannon. You're to stay and fight. Do you copy?
Say again, Eagle 6. I read you one by one.
Damn it! I'm ordering you to
So I'm
stay
going to call
in
these two
position,
guys.
Bannon.
Hold here.
Casualties. Withdrawing. Bannon out.
Called it.
Good job dealing with those mortars, Parker. Bannon! Come in, Charlie 6. God damn it! This is Eagle 6 to all units. Pull back to the town square. I repeat, pull back to the town square. We have to tighten our defense.
The Russians are everywhere. They'll slaughter us. We have to get out of here.
Take up defensive positions, Bannon. That's a direct order.
But sir, we can't hold.
If you run, I'll shoot you myself. Now rally your company.
Now, to be fair, Sawyer's in a really stressful situation here, having to coordinate the defenses. And Bannon doesn't make it a lot easier. And I'm not forgiving Bannon for. Well, I'm not excusing what Bannon
I just got a call from our mortar detachment. They're under attack near the
did
research
in the
facility.
earlier in the
Aid
camp.
them
Well,
if possible.
later in the campaign, but earlier in the timeline. But I mean, Bannon's not actually a bad guy. He's a coward sometimes. But
Well done, Parker. I'm giving you command of the mortars. Provide what support you can. Eagle 6 out.
Your support?
We need orders. Mechanics are on the way.
We're available for light support. Rolling out.
so yeah, I always pull my men back to this one defensive position here. Can you guys imagine how much you'd struggle though if you hadn't destroyed those if you hadn't gotten all those tactical aid pointing? I love how those mortars. Sorry, I love how I know I gotta do this a lot, but I love how those mortars just went right past those light tanks. It was like, hey Frank. Sorry, as I was saying, imagine how difficult this would be if you did no secondary objectives, and I might actually do a let's play of that
I have enemy tanks on my scope. Over and out.
using my, normal armored personnel carrier strategy at another time, but yeah, like I was saying,
Eagle 6. They're coming from all directions. Check your ammo and mark your targets.
Sawyer is in a really stressful situation, and he's doing his best, and I'm not going to say Bannon's not a stressful situation either, it's just that,
If we lose this town, we lose the entire
I don't know what to
coast.
say. I mean, Bannon has his moments,
We
and they're
have to halt
brilliant
Harmon's
moments.
advance at all costs.
Now, I love all the characters in this game. They are fantastically written. The voice actors are just so convincing. I mean, the
Stay in
Soviets
position, everyone.
might be
Fight them all.
slightly offensive sometimes, but well, you know what I mean. Like, the voice actors might not be traditional Russian, and who knows? People from Russia could sound like that. It's just
Bastard! Come on
they seem kind of,
inside! Where is your comic,
not
Bannon?
Russian, but they seem like they're not native Russian. They're just putting on an accent. I mean, I could be wrong, and like I said, that could be how Russian people talk. But yeah, it's just my thought on this, but you guys will notice now that I'm actually a lot more talkative now that I've got things to talk about. Unless I've got a point to make about the mission and the strategy and all that, I need to concentrate on it. Like especially with that hybrid strategy, I've never played that before. All this with the infantry is completely new, because like I've said, I really have no idea how to play the infantry in this game well, because they're just so difficult for me. But you know, this strategy of armored personnel carriers, it's the easy thing to do. I mean, if you guys play, if anyone has this game, and you play multiplayer, the easiest thing for someone who's just started playing the game to do would be to jump into an armoured faction. And, you know, for the same reason why I'm really good with these guys. Because it's easy. You know, armour can take a shit ton of beating, and until people actually, you know, people being me, until I actually realised that my infantry could repair themselves, you know, heal up their lost men, they weren't really doing it for me. But you can't play pure infantry in this game.
How far out are you?
Only a few miles, but we're having trouble with Soviet scout units.
Well, don't be too long, or we won't be here when you arrive.
I love how Sawyer's on the beach when the Soviets are actually coming from that direction.
They're coming from all directions. Check your ammo and mark your targets.
But yeah, sorry, yeah, like I was saying, I don't think there's actually any way to play infantry in this game. Just infantry, like no armored personnel carriers, no tanks. Now, this just could be me because I'm, you know, not very good, but it just seems to me that it is impossible to play infantry because of how weak.
Got one of your units.
Because of how weak they are to tanks and all that. I mean, a vehicle runs over an infantry and it's actually dead in this game. Well, not the whole infantry unit, but one member of the infantry team is dead if it gets run over by a vehicle, and that makes them extremely vulnerable. Plus, the actual portrait information stresses not to play them unless you're using cover. So, I mean, I don't know. I want your guys' opinion, you know, am I just a noob? Are there people who are legitimately good at this game who can, you know, give me advice on how to play infantry? It's just, I can't play them. And, you know, for the aforementioned reasons, I could just be useless and I could just be doing it wrong. My hybrid strategy could be the actual infantry strategy, but I don't know. I just realised I could skip that.
To all friendly units, this is Colonel Wilkins of the Oregon National Guard. We're coming into Pine Valley from the south.
I do love, first of all, the rate of descent on these helicopter planes, and then how high they climb, or how steep they climb. Now, you know, that, like I say a lot, that could be how it's really done. But
you just became our forward observer.
Yeah, that fleet just appears out of nowhere.
While I rallied the battalion.
You know,
those are the biggest guns in the fleet you have at your
I think
disposal, Parker.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, that climb rate just seems unrealistically hilarious to me.
Just make sure
now,
you give them the right coordinates. I'm counting on your skill. Eagle 6 out.
Now, I don't know how this mission is meant to go. Am I meant to kill a certain number of units with these guns? Is there an amount of time I've got to hold on for? I don't know how this part works, because I mean, I could just rest on my laurels. We got this place pretty much sealed up, but I say this a lot, I don't know. You know, I'm not going to profess to know everything there is to know about the game.
Artillery firing. Enemy units in the target area are destroyed. This is Zulu Niner.
I do love the game. It is a wonderful, wonderful game. love how they got this like rally point which has a permanent group of units here, and watch what happens if I blow them up.
Perfect artillery hit.
They're gone.
Keep those coordinates coming.
See? Dead. They're not here anymore.
Enemy neutralized. Moving on.
That was a successful attack.
Fuck!
Our barrage defeated the enemy. This is Zulu Niner. Coordinates locked down. Shells on the way. Zulu Niner, we copy. Firing for effect. Over.
Now I should probably, start playing the game.
Target area are destroyed. Zulu Niner, we copy. Firing for effect.
So yeah, I hope you guys found my Operation Zerg Rush strategy interesting.
Who gave us these coordinates? Zulu Niner, we copy.
Because,
Firing for effect. Over. The perfect artillery hit. Keep
I mean,
those
Operation
coordinates
Zerg
coming.
Rush is probably my favourite tactic in this whole game.
Artillery hit. Keep those coordinates coming.
One thing I actually do really love about these armoured personnel carriers above infantry was when the Soviets shelled the supermarket. Your infantry has to run very fast. Armoured personnel carrier doesn't have to dislodge from the supermarket to deploy.
Understood. Coordinates received. Artillery firing. Hostile units in target area are annihilated. Copy that. Fire mission received. Zulu
Eventually
Niner
they'll just start
out.
running
Zulu
away.
Niner. Coordinates locked down. Shells on the way.
To all 5th Battalion
Boom.
elements, cease
Called
fire.
it.
I repeat, cease fire. The cavalry has arrived and Ivan is retreating. The town is ours. Eagle 6 out.
Yeah, so I hope you guys found Operation Zerg Rush and Lightning. Yeah, there's not really a lot else to say right now. That Zerg Rush strategy is pretty much how I play the whole game, even the skirmishes, which I'll do a couple of games of. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and remember, stay crunchy and milk.